What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today is March the 31st. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So today is the last day in Q1, and we are pulling back. Not because of any data points or anything along those lines, but rather what came out over the weekend from the Wall Street Journal stating that all these tariffs are going to dramatically affect the landscape on a global scale. So I think at the end of the day, a lot of individuals, including myself, was somewhat hoping that Trump was just going to come over the weekend and kind of cancel a lot of these tariffs. But if anything, he committed to more tariffs in the foreseeable future. So this isn't what obviously the market likes to hear at all. Futures are down. Dow is down 0.65, S&P down 1.19, and NASDAQ is down 1.46. So you can only anticipate once the market does open, for those individuals that don't have access to kind of the overnight trading or anything, they're going to really sell out. So it's going to be an interesting day all in all. Some individuals are already calling it a Black Monday type of scenario. So we'll just have to wait and see. But fear and greed index is under the extreme fear category, 22. So in theory, people's appetite for risk isn't there, but it's kind of interesting. So two of the stocks I'm going to be talking on completely contradict this. So starting off with SoFi. So it is down 5.49%. During the overnight, I think it did have a low of $10.90. So just kind of anticipate that as a potential low. But shorts, 12.98% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 139.82 million shares. Whenever the broader market has really sold off significantly, shorts tend to not really do all that much. They take advantage and kind of let the market do its thing. So they might be conveniently returning today, so just kind of wait for that. But aside from that, looking at the classic, $10.23 is going to be the next strong support. I don't see that being touched unless things really get bad. But $11.38 followed by $11.82 going to be the next strong kind of points to really watch for. But it is going to be an interesting day. So any stock out there that you believe in, that you were wanting a discount, honestly, it's very hard to time the bottom, but today might be a good day to kind of accumulate. But aside from that, ticker QSG. So this is one of the two stocks that is gaining a lot of momentum. So this one is the most heavily traded so far pre-market, despite there being no news, no SEC filings. They are based out of China. So this is the company profile right here, so you can always pause it and read through it. So I know that might be somewhat of a red flag to some individuals, but nonetheless, I think big money, any good momentum, they're going to gravitate towards that. So this one obviously is going to be seen by big money retail as a good swing trade. So it's going to get a lot of good momentum. It's not heavily shorted. So shorts right now are increasing 13,000 shares this morning, but 0.11% of the free float's being shorted. So back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean December, it was roughly like a 5% short interest. Since then, shorts kind of just returned. And it's kind of funny. This is actually how shorts should act. So you can kind of see the price did move up. Stock price did move up, this kind of bar right here. And then aside from that, shorts do the opposite. They return. So that's generally what shorts should be doing. But I think just a lot of heavily manipulated stocks, such as going back over here, SoFi, they just linger and then they just double down. It's kind of a weird scenario. But right now with that $4.29, trading between this R1 and the pivot. So 505 is going to be the next strong target, followed by 618. So in my opinion, those could potentially be touched depending on how much volume does get in. Flip side, $3.21 will be the next strong support. Moving on, ticker WOLF. This one has been hit. So it went down 51.86% on Friday, and that's just because of rumors about funding being cut. So kind of a crappy scenario for any individual getting in prior to that. Today is just piggybacking off the broader market though, but still nonetheless, it is getting a lot of volume. So something maybe to keep in mind, that you might see a little potential rebound if the market does show some hints of kind of recovering. But 34.72% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 53.56 million shares. Shorts have really started to double down, so it went from about 28% short interest to most recently that 34.72. So shorts are really pouncing over all the negativity. Utilization is 99.57, then short score is 74.19. Based on how fast it's gone down, it's below all of the key fib levels, so it's kind of in unknown territory a little bit. Next strong target though is $3.37. So if you're going to see any sort of recovery in the foreseeable future, it needs to get above that in the next couple of trading days. So again, if you think that is going to happen, that's a pretty good return on investment, but nonetheless though, I think that might be a little bit difficult dependent on everything. Second stock that is gaining a lot of good momentum is ticker MLGO. Often enough brought this up under my Patreon. I've been saying that this is a very good buy, just trading back and forth between simply like initially it was $10, now 10 to 12. And then, yeah, honestly, this is a good swing trade. So it always has a dip first thing, and then it always breaks out. So yeah, it's definitely getting a lot of good volume today. And this is, like I said, one of the two, even though they might not be the most credible companies out there, that it's just, this is what big money has selected to really move higher. So again, something just to kind of keep in mind. So this one is up 8.65%. It is rather heavily shorted, so 57.5 or 57.79% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 4.69 million shares. This is a unique circumstance because it's a pure squeeze play. Shorts have been getting in more and more, but there is no options. So shorts can't really hedge, can't do anything like that. So just be aware of that. But aside from that, with 18 and change, it is trading between this R1 and the pivot. 1962 is going to be the next strong target / resistance, and then 1586 and then 1210 is going to be the support level. So if you're looking at buying, I would probably try to target either this pivot or this S1. Just set a limit order. When it pulls back, that'll get filled, and then it'll recover back to this R1, or you never know, it could continue this good momentum, go up to this R2. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. And then last but not least, Palantir is getting a lot of volume. It is officially below $80 right now. I feel like it will recover above that, but still as of right now, it is below that. No news, it's just piggybacking off the broader market. 2.77% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 59.96 million shares. With it right now at 79 and change, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 78.34 is going to be a strong support. Flip side, 96.27. So I did a video, very bad timing, saying that I feel like this week it will recover to this 96. And it's kind of interesting. With Palantir, I do a lot of interesting price targets, and they all come to fruition. As far as I'm aware, I'm the only individual to accurately call $125 as the peak, and at the time it was 90. And so yeah, I do feel still it could go to this 96, but it is purely dependent on Trump taking down those tariffs. If he keeps them and remains them, then yeah, unfortunately I think that's kind of, that 96 is out the window, regrettably, but we'll just have to wait and see. But like I said, I think people already are calling for this to be the Black Monday of 2025. So not necessarily starting out all that great, but let me know your thoughts on the market. What stocks are you buying? What stocks are you selling? What's your kind of general thoughts on all that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And then one final thing, pop over to my Patreon and get buy signals on stocks, options, or crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.